All right, like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. Monday Night Football, the main event, the big beef. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the black and purple express that is the Baltimore Ravens. The matchup we all been looking forward to. So let's get to the stats. Patrick Mahomes, 31 of 42, 385 yards, 4 TDs, and 1 rushing TD. Nicole Hartman, 81 yards, 1 TD. Lamar Jackson, 15 of 28, 97 yards, 1 TD with 83 rushing yards. Nick Bull, 5 yards at a TD. Tyreek Hill had about 20 yards at a TD. Basically, you're wondering about Lamar Jackson's stats, why he only had 97 yards in passing. Because the Chiefs beat the Ravens 34-20. You can't even sugarcoat it. Bottom line is, Patrick Mahomes did whatever he wanted to our defense for real. Like, he was 10 of 13 on third down, so you know that's always going to be legit and everything like that. Ravens' first possession was the run game. You know what I'm saying? We only got a field goal out of it, but you know we stuck to what mattered and what we were supposed to do. But bottom line is we did a lot better on the ground than we did in the air. But after Patrick Mahomes came back down, as you can see the field goal, after Patrick Mahomes came back down and scored a touchdown, and basically we got away from the run game. For whatever reason, I don't understand why. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Lamar Jackson was trying to one-up Patrick Mahomes in the passing game. And looking at it from that aspect, that is a disaster waiting to happen with somebody that good with that offensive blend. Now, Lamar, I need to ask you a legit question. Now, you know for a fact that we are a smash mouth football team. Basically, defense and running the ball is what got us to this point. Now, Lamar, you have Gus Edwards behind you. You have Mark Ingram. You have the new rookie sensation, J.K. Dobbins. You yourself became an MVP because you ran over 1,100 yards last season. So what are your strengths? Running the ball. Why the hell were you passing the ball after your first possession? And when I say passing the ball, I mean on first downs, at least 7 to 8 of them after that first possession, he threw on first downs. Why? If it was not for our fourth quarter touchdown, this would probably be the biggest play of the game, and quite honestly, it was. Devin Duvernay in the second quarter had a kickoff return for 93 yards as he's going down the stretch for a TD. At that point, it was 13-3. We needed that in mid-game because offensively, their defense was toughening up and we was getting smashed. Like I said, because we weren't quitting to the run and we kept trying to do passing plays. And try to play to our strengths, not our weaknesses. And there you go. Now, in this specific play right here, it was 20-10 right here. Second quarter, 3rd and 14, right? Now, you don't see Marcus Peters on here because he's standing in the background. And now, for people that don't know, Marcus Peters used to play for Kansas City. So Patrick Mahomes knows about him, about his eye coordination. Obviously, we didn't have Earl Thomas, no, but we got Sean Elliott in the background, right? So you really can't see Sean Elliott, but he's telling Peters, don't jump for the fold. And you're about to see what happens after this. Marcus Peters had jumped. You can't really see it. Elliott's chasing after Nicole Hartman, TD right there. That was a 17-point lead, the jump up. And we were like, what the fuck? Yeah, at this point, it was almost halftime. We was trying to go for the hurry up, trying to do things. And we were doing too much, and Lamar Jackson got stripped, humbled. Now, the Chiefs didn't capitalize on it, but they were getting the ball back the second half. So that pretty much happened there. Now, bottom line is, yes, Mahomes was crushing our defense. The point is, if we kept our pace and running the ball or whatever, we could have got this game even closer than what it was. Or it could have been closer within the third quarter. But because we kept, we kept trying to play to our weaknesses instead of our strengths, trying to pass the ball on first down like 8 or 9 times. It's like, no, we're a running offense. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to run the ball. And every time we ran the ball, we were successful with it. But for some strange reason, Lamar thought he wanted to be like Patrick, try to keep up with him. And like I said, when you got somebody that's a surgical offensive person like that, that's a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, when you try to pass like that and they know you pass to your tight ends, it doesn't help when you try to hit Mark Andrews off, because Mark Andrews was off legitimately the whole game. You don't help your tight end out like that when you're not constantly running the ball. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to pass through in routes, yeah, KC had that covered all the way through. It wasn't even close with that. See, this is what happens. When you stick with the run game, this is what the results that you get. You get yardage. You know what I'm saying? You got to stick to what you know. And then right here, I think Nick Bull gets the TD, the other tight end. Yeah, so he gets it through there. That was a tight window to even throw that in, too. So, but we were able to pick that up. And it was a 27-20 game at that point. But I can't even front. Like, the Chiefs kept carving us up on their offense, man. Like, I mean, and they kept using Clyde, running back. Clyde's the running back, but they kept using him as a wide receiver in this game. And towards the third quarter, it was working out for Clyde. Because they kept using him. And, of course, you got Tyreek Hill, the fastest man on the goddamn planet over there. So, that helps matters. And at this point, like once you get a TD pass right here to left tackle Eric Fisher, that just lets you know it's like, all right. Like, it's pretty much sealed the deal at this point. Not really that much seal it because it's 8 minutes left, but when you go on constantly back with the throw, and it's like this pretty much seals the deal. You know what I mean? Bottom line is, Mahomes did everything he needed to do. He exploited our defense for real and made Lamar Jackson try to pass the ball more instead of running it. And it kind of got to him, and that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, so basically Lamar's not been able to get over this hump, and he got sacked 4 times in this game. 2 of them were very crucial getting down the stretch. But, yeah, and as far as Patrick, he's 0-3 against Patrick Mahomes, man. It's 3rd time. So, will this break our team spirit? Nah, because I feel like if we get them in the postseason, you know what I'm saying, there are things that need to be worked out. Some kinks need to be stretched in, but, I think it'll be a different story. But people trying to say it's a rivalry. It's not really a rivalry right now because Patrick Mahomes has beaten them 3 times. So that's pretty much what it is, and that's how it goes down. At the end of the day, we got some work to do. But Chiefs beat the Ravens 34-20.